Thank you for downloading this episode of Homefront, Radio 4's drama series set in Great War Britain.
The 14th of March, 1918. Sylvia Graham.
I found this young gentleman loitering outside, Mother.
Sorry to barge in unannounced, Mrs. Graham.
I've just announced you, haven't I?
If it's not convenient,
Nonsense! I'm delighted to see you again, Terence. I felt very bad about running off and leaving you the other afternoon like that.
I understood, absolutely.
Well, that's kind. I was hoping you'd get in touch again.
So you do both know each other?
From a long time ago. Don't you recognise me, Isabel?
This is the young officer who brought us Freddie's letter.
Wetty Wentworth.
Isabel.
Not quite so wet now, I hope.
Don't you remember, Mother? Terry and Freddie were the bane of my life.
I don't.
I can't believe you don't remember when they filled my best pair of shoes with water and tried to make slugs swim in them.
I can't say I do, but I wouldn't put that past Freddie.
I am truly sorry.
No, you're not. You're still laughing about it now. I still have nightmares about my toes pressing themselves against damp, squidgy slugs.
Do you?
Mother, you weren't laughing at the time.
Wasn't I?
No, you were furious with them, particularly Freddie.
Was I? Oh, if I'd have known. Oh, if only I'd have known. I'd have enjoyed and savoured every moment.
Thank you very much for bringing the letter from Freddie. It's meant a lot to Mother, to all of us.
Yes.
I forgot to give you the photograph back. That's why I'm here.
That's kind, but it's a copy. I have another one in a treasured album. Do please take a seat. I'll ring for tea.
Oh, please don't, not for me. I should be getting back, really.
To Capel le Fern?
No, to my digs. I've taken rooms in Millfield.
So you don't really know anyone here much?
No, in that respect, being in the forces is rather like being at boarding school.
Isabel, don't you have tickets for the French Society that talk about the Revolution?
No, Mother, that's been and gone.
What about the pleasure gardens?
There's nothing on at the moment.
Well, perhaps you could think of somewhere else
I'm
to
sorry,
take...
but I'm not available this evening.
Then perhaps another...
No.
I do have plenty of things to occupy my time. In fact, I should really be going.
You must promise me you'll come back for supper this evening.
Oh, that's very kind of you, but I...
No, I won't take no for an answer. Would 7:30 suit you?
Oh, thank you. Yes, I'll see you then. No, please don't worry, I can see myself out.
Lovely to meet you again.
And you too, Isabel, and I am genuinely sorry about your shoes.
It's forgiven.
But obviously not forgotten.
7:30 sharp. Isabel, really, how could you be so rude?
I don't know what you think you were doing, trying to palm him off on me.
I was not. It's clear he's lonely, and he is, after all, a friend of the family.
But no one else would know that, if I were seen out with him.
Since when did what others might think impinge on your decisions?
I wouldn't want Alec
No,
to...
don't go any further.
But, Mother, he might be my last chance for happiness.
Happiness is rarely, if ever, built on the unhappiness of others.
He and Olive Hargreaves are completely unsuited.
What on earth makes you say that?
It's obvious. Besides, he won't set a date for their wedding, so he must be having second thoughts.
That's none of your business.
It is, especially if his second thoughts are because he's still thinking of me.
You must not bring disgrace on this family. It would destroy your father.
Oh, Mother, you're so old-fashioned. The world is changing. This war is changing everything.
The vote is one thing.
The vote is just the start. Soon we'll be able to propose to men, to proposition men.
No, the world could turn upside down. But mark my words, women who are seen as easy will always be despised.
You don't have a crystal ball. You don't know that.
I do know that. It'll always be like that while men dictate the moral code.
But men won't always dictate it.
What are you going to do, assassinate them all? Look at the case your father had to preside over today. A girl was charged with prostitution at Shorncliffe when she was merely waiting to see her fiancé.
Well, that's another reason I shouldn't be seen out with Terence Wentworth. I don't want anyone jumping to the wrong conclusions.
Mrs. Graham, not late, am I?
Not at all, Terence, and please do call me Sylvia.
It's lovely of you to come out and greet me.
I heard the motorbike and I'm afraid everyone is out this evening. My husband's at a council meeting. My daughter Juliet has already gone to bed, and Isabel, well, I'm not quite sure what she's doing.
Possibly hiding her shoes.
Possibly. So I've booked us a table at the Grand instead. I hope you don't mind.
Oh, no, not in the slightest.
And I'm afraid it's just you and me.
Oh. Well, in that case, you better hop on.
Hop on?
Yes. Have you ever been on the back of a motorcycle before?
Of course I haven't. What is it with you boys and these machines? Juliet's husband has bought himself one as well.
No, they're all the rage. It's the nearest you can get to flying while still on terra firma.
I'll take your word for it.
No, please don't. Please take your own word for it.
No, it's impossible in these clothes.
It's not impossible, with a few minor adjustments.
What on earth would people think?
It's dusk. No one will see. Why don't you see if you can just sit on it?
Oh, I can't.
Yes, if you sit side saddle, as it were, and swing your leg over.
I'll have to hitch up these skirts.
Or I could just lift you on. Here, look, allow me.
Oh!
There.
Oh, how on earth am I going to get off again?
Oh, well, we'll worry about that when the time comes.
Oh, Terence!
How do you know you won't like it if you don't give it a try?
Well, if I don't like it, you'll stop.
Absolutely. Just hold on to me very tight. How was that? Here, let me give you a hand.
Well, I didn't have to tell you to stop.
Well, to be honest, I don't think I would have heard you if you had.
Oh, you cheat.
Admit it was exciting.
It was exhilarating. But my hair, I must look like the wreck of the Hesperus. I need a minute. I can't go into the Grand looking like this.
Oh, good, because while we're back here, there was something I wanted to show you.
That looks like Hugh's motorcycle. Is that it? What you wanted to show me?
No, it's over here by the tradesman's entrance on the wall. Or it was, I'm not sure if it's still here. Oh, yes, here it is, look.
I'm afraid I can't see anything.
There, carved into the brickwork. It's just initials and a date.
F.G. 9/9/1899. Freddie carved these.
Yes. On the last day we had before we went back to school after the summer holidays. He dared me to have afternoon tea here, even though we didn't have any money on us. But because, of course, the staff knew you and Mr. Graham, they let us. Then when we couldn't pay the bill, they made us do the washing up. He snuck out here and did this as a sort of protest. Oh, I'm so sorry. I probably shouldn't have told you.
Oh, you should. Reading his letters, seeing his initials like this, I can't really explain it, but for the first time I understand that line. He's not dead. He's awakened from the dream of life.
Are you ready to go in?
Is my hair presentable?
It's beautiful.
Good evening, Mrs. Graham. Yes, we have you booked in a table for two.
Thank you, Mr. Martindale.
Mr. Graham not joining you this evening?
No, I'm afraid not. Though if my son-in-law is dining alone, we might join him.
You're...
Hugh, Lieutenant Cavendish.
Oh, I'm sorry, I don't think he's here, ma'am. He certainly isn't booked into the dining room.
I could have sworn I saw his motorbike outside. Well, maybe I'm mistaken. They seem very popular. Forgive me, this is Terence Wentworth. He was at school with my late son.
Ah, good evening, Major Wentworth.
Is that right? You're a major?
Yes.
How did you know that, Mr. Martindale? Do you recognise him? He tells me that he and my son used to come here as boys.
Oh, no, please don't get me into hot water.
Before my time, Mrs. Graham, no, the insignia on his shoulder give away the rank. Will this table around the corner overlooking the garden be all right for you?
Yes, perfect. Thank you.
I'll give you a few minutes and come back for your order.
Now, Terence, what would you like to drink?
That is the question I should be asking you. I am no longer a scruffy schoolboy being given a lemonade. I am now taking you out for a meal.
In that case, what do you think about the claret?
Oh, I was afraid you'd say that. I should confess I can't stand the sight of it.
Why is that?
I'm not really sure. I used to like it, but now...
Poured out the red sweet wine of youth and gave up the years to be. Perhaps you've seen too much bloodshed.
Perhaps.
Those who return rarely talk of it, with me anyway.
It is impossible to describe. I can't even form the words in my mind. It's unbearable.
In a way, it is some small comfort to know that Freddie didn't have to live through more of it before he was taken.
I remember he and I once sneaking some whiskey from the decanter on your sideboard.
Whiskey it is, then. Oh, yes. But dying has made us rarer gifts than gold. Gold is a much better choice.
I see you have a love of poetry.
I do, but it's quite unlike me to quote it. I don't know why. I feel rather skittish this evening.
Perhaps it was the motorcycle ride.
Yes, and seeing Freddie's initials, the whole experience.
Are you ready to order drinks, Major?
Yes, I think we are, yes. We'd both like a whiskey. With soda?
That would be lovely.
Doubles.
Yes. Now, let's study the menu before I become too squiffy to see straight.
Oh, you're back.
Yes,
Father's already gone up.
I know. Is everything all right?
Yes. Well, Esme found Aunt Adeline's bird's nest in the airing cupboard and had a bit of a fit about it attracting moths.
Oh, dear.
A compromise was reached. Aunt Adeline agreed to keep it in her own room.
Oh, good.
Mother, what are you still doing down here?
I don't know.
The fire's gone out.
I feel as though I'm in a dream.
How much did you have to drink this evening?
I don't know.
That would explain it. Come on, bedtime.
You go up, Isabel.
Are you sure you're all right?
Yes, I'd just like to sit here and savour the day a bit longer.
You can listen to all our episodes. Search online for BBC Homefront.